Hey guys, this is Erin Chase from $5dinners.com and I want to welcome you into my kitchen. Today I'm going to be assembling all of the slow cooker packs that are part of our next Costco meal plan, the 20 Meals for 150 series that we've been doing this last year. I'm really excited about the slow cooker packs. I think it's going to really help you, especially as we move into the back to school season. So I am just finishing up. I'm actually sharpening onto my plastic bags that I'm going to be using, but I have some handy dandy printables for you to use as well if you just want to print them out and then stick them on to your bags. You can do that as well. Obviously you can Sharpie. So I've already done a couple of them just to get a little bit of a head start, and then I'm going to finish up with the last two on my list. I definitely encourage you to use the printables that we have just to make it a little bit easier for you and so that you can quickly remember what it is for, how to cook it, after you've put it in the freezer and you've assembled this in a couple weeks down the road from now, you're ready to make this meal and you have everything there that you need on the labels. So after that, I'm going to get assembling. The longest part of this assembly process is going to be the chopping of all the vegetables because we have onions and potatoes and sweet potatoes to deal with. So that I'm going to do first. And then once all of that is finished, it will not take very long to assemble all of the packs together. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the onions because I want to get that part out of the way, and hopefully I won't cry while we do it. Okay, I have set up stations here in my kitchen. Way over here in the corner is where I have all the bags for right now. Over right here is where I have all the meat. Wow, it looks like I'm right here. It's like that little... Sorry. And then I have the canned and the carrots and the barbecue sauce, and then I will take some of the vegetables that we chop here and put them into the bowls over there so that once it comes time to assemble everything, I can pull it all right here and do it really quickly for you. Also, I'm going to tape these probably in 10-minute segments so that the video files aren't huge and you can do this as with me in your own kitchen as we go along. So, that being said, let's start with the onions. Let's see. This is a ginormous bag of onions. I believe this plan calls for, oh my, pardon that upstairs. Plan calls for 8 onions, but if you need to use more than that or less than that, you can. So I'm just going to pull those out. Now, some of these onions we will slice. Some of them we will almost quarter or cut into larger chunks. And then some of them we are going to chop finely that we will then, use in a stew or in another sauce. So let me get all of these out here. And I'm going to try to do this without crying. If I do start crying, I will just come right over here to the sink and cut them in the bottom of the sink because that will help keep the chemicals that make you cry from spraying up into my face and making me cry. So, here's 9 onions. I'm going to leave one off to the side, and we'll get started. So I'm going to slice first because that doesn't take very long to do. So the kids are upstairs running around playing video games. You'll probably hear a little bit of that noise, which is fine. Boys will be boys, and they're loud, and they're crazy. So let me see. You can see this here with my handy dandy laptop filming. I also decided to film this straight from my laptop because the videos upload faster. The quality is not 100% amazing, but I am okay with that for the purposes of this, so that you can go along with me and know that you're on the right path. The other reason I wanted to do this for you is because one of the keys when working in the kitchen is doing things in a certain order so that you can make the most use of your time and energy and elbow energy here as we're chopping all these onions. So I wanted to put this together so you could see this is the order that I would do it in based on the order that I think is most efficient. But obviously these are, this is you making all of these, so do as makes the most sense for you. So I'm going to drop these all into a bowl. I am going to slice 1 onion, I believe. I might come back and do another one later, but that's a lot of onions, and this is going to go into 2 packs. So this is a bowl full of onion here. That's going into 2 meals. I think that's plenty, given the large size of this onion. Section off. Another thing I would advise you to do is, because we're going to be standing here for half an hour or so, stand on a carpet or one of those gel mats. Are really handy dandy if you have one. And the other thing, which I'm doing now, is pulling out my trash can. It's going to sit right here, so I can just quickly drop all of the things that I don't need. You could also put a bowl on your countertop to pick up some of the pieces that you're not, you know, the onion skin that you're not using and whatnot. So you can do that on the bowl. I just like to have my trash can right here, and I just drop everything right in. So this time I'm going to quarter probably 3 onions to use in 3 different meals. Because these are so large, I think I can get away with using half of an onion for each meal. So we're going to quarter these, and by quarter these, I mean cut them into chunks. I'm going to see, oh my goodness, dropping those on my grapefruits. Cut these into just chunks like that, and they'll fall apart once we put them in the bag, but that's what I mean when I say quarter. We could call this the opposite of fine chopping. We could call it largely dicing, whatever you want to call it. But it's just a couple runs through the onions, and then you have those. I'm going to actually put these in a separate bowl. And then I'll do 2 more of these. These are going into the Italian stew roast, the chicken and apples meal, and the stew roast. And if you're wondering, I have notes right here, which is what I'm using totally to cheat through this. So I just want to make sure that we get everything done in the order that I'm going to put in the assembly instructions, and make sure that I don't mess up any of the recipe names. Some of the recipes are very similar. They're just a few ingredients packaged a little differently and cooked a little, well, they're all cooked in the slow cooker. They're all cooked exactly the same way, actually, which is wonderful. What I love about these packs is how easy it is to get dinner into the slow cooker in the morning. So you can have this in the slow cooker in literally 2 minutes hands-on time. So that's 1 minute of pulling it out of the freezer into the refrigerator the night before. If you forget to do that, that's okay. You can take it out of the refrigerator, put it in a bowl of warm water, and about 20 minutes later it'll be thawed enough for you to drop it in the slow cooker. And you can put it in the slow cooker partially thawed. That's completely fine. You'll see that in the assembly instructions and cooking instructions on each of the recipes. If you are cooking from partially thawed, I would definitely cook it for 8 to 10 hours on low. And if you're cooking from completely thawed, you could do high for 6 hours, or again low, 8 to 10 hours works too. So I've got my 3rd onion here that we're going to quarter, and then I'm going to finely chop 2 or 3 more. We'll see how much we end up with at the end. And then we will move on to probably the peppers. The potatoes we'll do next, and the apples. And then we'll have to slice up some of the chicken and some of the sausage for some of those meals. And then we'll be ready to assemble. So, on we go with the onions. I'm not crying yet. This is fantastic. I like quartering because it's quick and we're done. If only this onion peel would come off a little easier for me. There we go. I don't want to, these are really thick layers, so I don't want to lose a layer here. Let me crack it that way. There we go. All right. You could, if you had, oops, wrong bowl. If you have handy a food processor or a chopper, you could do that. I'm just going to quickly do it here, just to not have out another apparatus on the countertop. But if that is your thing, or you just despise chopping onions, definitely take advantage of your food processor or your chopper. I have one up in the up here above the microwave that I really like to use. And the kids like to watch me use it because it looks like I'm trying to start a lawnmower in a really awkward kind of way. It's one of those pull ones, and the little blades spin around. Anyway, I'm just going to do this. It doesn't take too long to do. I'm going to drop these in yet another bowl and move them back over so that I can move on to the peppers. Out of here. So just chopping. Let me move this out of the way. Is that walking over you, huh? These back over here. Let's see. Put these into another bowl. And these more finely chopped onions we're going to use in 3 different meals: a soup meal, and barbecue chicken, as well as the pork chops and sweet potatoes and apples, which I think is going to be delicious. So we'll just get those a little finer so they do a better job of kind of melting their way into the sauce as they cook. So, oh my goodness. So this is Ryan. Come over and say hi. Okay. Please. Yep, we're doing a video. You guys can come and wave if you would like. You need to be quiet, please. What are you guys playing upstairs?
I'm trying to find the Pro Controller.
The Pro Controller? Is it in the basket? Is it not in the basket?
No. Ryan hit it.
He hit it. Oh, that was a nice thing of him to do, huh? Okay, run back upstairs.
Oh.
Back upstairs, please. Thank you.
How
Go ahead.
was I?
Okay, you can take it up. That's fine. All right, so we got one more onion to do here. That was the boys, the 3 older ones. All right. Let's see. In just a minute, we've been running for a few minutes. I'm going to take a break and make this part 1. I'll probably do that after the peppers. And then we'll do the sweet potatoes and the potatoes next. And come on there, skin. These are such tall onions. Let's really get up here to get these chopped. All right. Some just shot on the ground. Awesome. Okay, that is a lot of diced onion, chopped onion. Okay. Next, we're going to do the peppers, and I'm going to show you my pepper trick. I also have this on the website. I will give you the link to it. It has a little bit better of an angle of shooting the cutting from above, but I'll try to do my best to show you from the side here. So with the peppers, I bought the colored peppers because I think colorful peppers are more fun. Just add an extra splash of flavor as well as obviously the color. I'm going to rinse these off really quickly, and then I'm going to show you how I cut them so that I don't have to worry about the inside getting all over, making a mess, and trying to keep the seed pockets together on the inside. Okay. Get these onion pieces out of here. Okay, we got everybody washed. So, what we do is you can see the little knobs right here. I cut from that edge in to that edge in. We're going to cut that out all the way to the bottom. And you can see there are no ribs or seeds on that piece. So if you continue to do that all the way around, the next one, you end up cutting out the ribs. You can see the ribs stayed in there with the seeds, and there's no rib on this piece. So you just do that all the way around the pepper. And I try to go after the ribs so that what is left on here is the ribs and the seed, and then you can, slice off any parts. I usually slice off the top just because I like to get every bit of it. And then you are left with basically 4 ribless pepper pieces. So that's my little trick. Works on any kind of pepper. So with the peppers, I am slicing 2, dicing 2, and chopping 2. So my definition of dice is similar to the onion, where it's very, very large kind of chunks of pepper that will also melt into the sauce. Alright, this one we got pretty close to the seeds on that one, and just a couple seeds on the cutting board. I just think the seeds are really pesky. I don't know about you, but they're just pesky to me. So let's go to this one next. Same story, cutting along the edges to keep the, and again, no ribs. Love it. So easy. That guy's done. Oh, you know what? I'm going to dice this one because we already sliced the yellow one. So we can have the different colors in the different dishes. Completely up to you how you want to use the colors in the dishes. So we're going to just dice this one and add this guy to the sliced pile. And by dice, I just mean sort of chunky. You can see just kind of chunky there. Okay, now the boys are upstairs playing basketball. This morning they were outside playing basketball, but it is entirely too hot at this point in the day. Right now it is 1:25 in San Antonio, Texas, in the middle of the summer. Hot, hot, hot. So, they are inside playing basketball up on the Wii or whatever it is they're playing on. Let's see. Same story with the orange peppers. I think I'm going to dice these as well. And I'll slice one of the red ones. We'll see how this is going to end up. The plan is to dice 2, slice 2, and chop 2. So, however that works for you, works for me. Okay. Let's slice the red one. I'm running out of room on this cutting board. That's one of the reasons I have to. Yay, another ribs only in the seed pocket for the win. Alright. Let's see. I think I'm going to use my other bowl for this. Let's see if I can make this work. Put you in the bottom. I know what I'm going to do. I will be right back. Right back. I'm going to separate them just with a napkin so it's easier to grab them later when we're assembling. Okay. Next is going to be the sliced. That's going to be for the sausage, peppers, and onions that will go into one of the packs. And last we will more finely dissect these last 2 for the chicken and sausage stew. It's going to be really delicious. Okay, we got that one pretty good too. Oops. Alrighty. gray rib here. Not bad for 6 peppers. Got him off of there.
I went to the library.
You did?
Yeah.
Can you shut that door, please?
Yeah.
My husband just got home from the library. I know he had a bunch of books on hold, so we've got those on hand now. So again, chopping this last pepper, these last 2 peppers, that we will use in the stew. Now, I will tell you this, that Costco, my Costco had all green peppers for probably about 50 cents less. So completely up to you. If you're a huge green pepper fan, you could get a 6-pack of the green peppers and, you know, say 50 cents. Or you could get the colorful multi-pack. Mine had the yellow, orange, and red. So totally up to you. I think these have a little bit more flavor to them, just a different type of flavor, a little bit sweeter, which works great for the stew recipe if you end up adding any special seasoning to it. Yeah. Sorry. Baby just got back from the library too. So, I got that. Alright, we're almost done with the peppers. And then I'm going to pause and move on to the next. The potatoes. And we will see if we can get all of this assembled in less than an hour. Okay. So we'll call this the end of part 1. We've got the onions and the peppers all done, which is probably about a third of what we're going to do. Then we're going to do the potatoes, sweet potatoes, and apples next in the next segment. And then in the last segment, we will assemble it all together, and we will see if we can get this in all under an hour.